All right, what's up, guys? This is Daniel with Midnight Movie Trash, and I'm here with,
Stacy Dimple's Adventures
and this marks episode 5
5.
of the Midnight Movie Trash podcast. And this one, we are talking the Rock and Scream event at My Weekend World, MiniMax Fundraiser with Felissa Rose, the amazing Felissa Rose, and Lachlan Monroe. And also, we'll be talking Kings of Horror, I guess their fall convention that took place this past weekend that we were at.
Mhm.
So let's kick it off with the Rock and Scream. Uh, it was a fundraising event for the Minimax Theater that they are building there at My Weekend World Event Center, and they brought partners who are partners with Michael, the amazing Felissa Rose, and Lachlan Monroe. Give me your take on the event, Stacy.
The event was actually cool. Um, I know we've been there before, but just seeing it change a little bit. This time they had, instead of the actual vendors being there, it was like kind of like they had like a little store upstairs, which I thought that was pretty cool. Gave the vendors more, I guess, more not more space for the vendors, but more for more vendors to actually be there to have their things there, and then to also be a part of the Minimax commercial they had was pretty awesome.
Yeah, yeah, that was a nice little bonus at the end. Um, it was I mean, it's always great to see Felissa.
Oh yes,
You know, we're both huge
terrified me.
fans of Felissa, and she's one of our favorite people to see at any event. And it was cool for me to meet Lachlan Monroe, being I'm such a Friday the 13th fan, and being he's one of the cops in Freddy versus Jason. So it was cool to finally get a chance to meet him, do an interview with him, and yeah, I'm looking forward to see what this Minimax becomes because the idea is cool as hell. It's unique. They're even throwing around the idea of a mini souvenir shop where they're gonna sell everything mini.
Yes, I thought that was cool, and we can't forget about the blockbuster.
Yeah,
They
the
do
free.
have the free blockbuster.
And I
Ha-
believe it's you take a movie and you take a movie to them and then you can take a movie.
yes,
I
that's
believe
what
that's how it
I
works.
think that's how it works. I saw it, but I keep forgetting to read it because I'm just so amazed with it.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yes. And it was awesome to meet Lachlan due to the fact that it totally slipped my mind until I showed Alira, my daughter, a photo, and she's like, "Oh my God, he's in Riverdale." And I'm like, "Oh, duh. He's the father. He's like spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, he is the killer for the first season."
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, I don't know much about it's Riverdale, right?
Yeah, Riverdale.
Only thing I know about is Camila Mendes is in it, and that's all I know. That's as far as my knowledge. I've never seen the show or anything, but
It's good. Season 3, I think I only got up to season 2. Alira said season 3 is a little out there.
yeah, there's always one season. Just like I just finished watching the Chucky series, and the last season was that one that was like, they hit the ball and it went to left field, like way left field. So yeah, I think that happens to in every series.
Yep.
Um,
Except
but
Sons of Anarchy. It doesn't do that.
yeah,
Sorry, one of my favorites.
yeah, the Mayans didn't do that either.
No, they didn't. But yeah, it was cool to meet Lachlan. I didn't get to meet oh my God, she was there. She was right next to Lachlan. I
Oh,
could not
Sherry Carey.
share. Yes, because she had fans, so I didn't want to bother her.
Hmm.
But it was just cool to see everybody that actually went. I wish more people would go because it's actually amazing.
Yeah,
Michael is freaking awesome. And then what they're doing, I know he trademarked, not everything's bigger in Texas or something like that.
hmm
which I thought that was awesome because the MiniMax, I can't wait for that to fully open.
Yeah, I know they're having another event um this Friday. Lou Temple's gonna be there from Walking Dead and Rob Zombie Halloweens, and so
Oh,
they're
awesome.
doing actually I think they're doing a film. They're premiering a film that him and Felissa Rose are gonna be in. So they're
Oh,
doing
okay.
like I guess like
A prequel type thing.
a special screening of it and whatnot for to raise funds for it because like Michael said, everything takes funds to do, and they're doing some cool stuff out there. And if you haven't been there, you in the San Antonio area or surrounding areas, go check it out. It's cool as hell. Whether it's one of the events or I know that I believe they're open daily
I
now.
think so too. Let me triple check.
And they have memorabilia you can buy. The Blockbuster, then they have like
Even
uh
sign. I was like, sorry. I was
yeah,
like,
they even I believe they have like kind of like a retro shop in there also. They have a recording studio with Brian. That was
yes,
cool as hell to see. And I believe Brian also sells like the masks, and he makes like Friday the 13th masks and stuff
I
like that.
think so.
So I'm gonna have to next time I go take a gander at them because
Yeah.
me and Jason masks and Friday the 13th memorabilia. Um, but um, I guess
Yeah.
final thoughts on the event.
It was awesome. It was awesome. The only thing I wish is that people would know about it more. Because it's everybody's like down to earth. You don't have to
Mhm.
be like, oh my God, these people are rude. No, everybody's down to earth.
Super
Everybody's
chill.
cool. Um, but it's My Weekend World events. Look them up on Facebook, and Instagram. I know they're there for sure. Or even I think it's Michael's. Let me see.
Michael's Pinball.
Michael's Horror and Pins.
Yeah. Yeah,
That
so definitely go out and support them. Check out one of their events. Go hell, even go check out the MiniMax. I know they're running films also, which is cool.
yes,
That little like Stacy mentioned that commercial that they did, that little the little Lachlan directed a little skit with Felissa, and they asked if anybody wanted to stay and be a part of it. So yeah, we stayed, we were a part of it. It was fun.
yes.
It was cool to hear Lachlan directing the the little
And he
skit.
just did it off of the top of his head.
Yeah, yeah, they just winged everything, you know. Well, when you've been in so many films and stuff like that, it's I mean, it's just another day in the park for them. But yeah, it was inspiring to see it, be a part of it. Um, but yeah, like I said, definitely check them out.
Yeah.
Go and support. I know they have I don't know if it's a GoFundMe or something, but you can find all that information on their Instagram. They have the link tree to everything. So,
Yes. Or even Facebook.
yep,
Get some info.
go out and support and make something cool happen for San Antonio. Um, with that being said, the next event we did was this past weekend, Kings of Horror convention, their fall edition, which was at the Shirt Civic Center, and it was a fun one. I enjoyed myself.
I did
Uh,
too.
you, it was I guess there were a little bit of technical difficulties on day one getting in, but I mean it wasn't anything drastic or too bad.
Yeah.
I mean hiccups happen and everything, but their lineup was pretty solid for they had 13 guests, and those each one of those 13 was a pretty decent guest. Um, only one cancellation, which was Heather Langenkamp, but that's with any show that happens. But
Yeah.
it was cool to see some actors and actresses that we've met in the past and get to catch up with them, especially the man himself, Kane Hodder. It was
No,
great to
it's Kane
see
fucking hotter.
Kane fucking Hodder. Yeah, huge shout out to David for giving me that little tidbit. He's like, you gotta introduce him as Kane fucking Hodder. Like I could do that. I could do that.
Yeah.
But but yeah, even seeing Deborah Foreman, I hadn't seen Deborah since the 2017 show, uh, which she brought up, and she was like, man, I haven't done any real things since here in town since then, and it was super cool to catch up with her and talk with her because that whole weekend was. I've said it before that weekend was like one of the best weekends of my life. It was just a super fun event. The after parties were epic, and yeah, there were some after party shenanigans that transpired, and so it was always go back to that and whatnot. Like we always talk about it, but you know, seeing her and then you know like I've never met Lisa Wilcox before, so it was really cool to meet her. Nightmare on Elm Street, I think 4 and 5,
Yeah, I think so.
and yeah, I mean it was it was a very intimate event. The space was a lot smaller from the last one that they
And
did.
a little tight, but all the vendors still had enough space that they were able to set up. Just a
Hmm.
little tight walking by. I just felt like with the equipment, I always said, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I was like, because I didn't want to bump into something that was fragile and everything. Because I know there was one vendor that had the glass cups. So I
Yeah.
made sure that I stayed more to the center, kind of bumping into people, apologizing.
Damn it, Jesse. What you call it? Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you think that was tight, you haven't experienced a tight space until it's no longer a thing. But Texas Frightmare at the hotel,
I've seen videos. So
that's literally body on body going down the aisles and whatnot. And it's always cool that the horror community is like one big huge family. So, you know,
that reminded me of last year with Houston when on Saturday, as soon as doors opened. So
mhm.
that reminded me of that.
Yep. And the horror community is such a chill community that you're bumping into everybody. You're like, hey, I'm sorry. It's like, no, man, it's okay. We're all in the same boat. Type deal.
Yeah,
Like there was no tempers, flaring or anything. So that's always cool. But you know, man, they had a lot of great vendors too. You
they did.
um,
I'm like, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go get my candy.
I'm about to say, yeah, I was about to talk about the candy. That those freeze dried candies are good as hell.
Yes.
So
I'm gonna make sure for
yeah,
kids to eat them.
then the prop maker that was across from Kane, man, he had some damn good props, man. I wound up looking them up online, and yeah, I might have to invest in one of those prop pieces because I
Hey,
mean
mommy, bastard children ate one of my candy fuckers. They ate my other balls.
that
My
or
oh
that
my gushers. They were gushers.
that or
Uh,
Larry ate them.
No, he knows better than to touch my shit. But yeah, look, this is what we got. They're freeze dried.
Oh, what was the name of the vendor?
Oh, it's I'm gonna say it incorrectly, but it's right there.
Kara
Kara
Kara's Candies.
candies. Yes.
So huge shout out to them. They had some amazing freeze dried
Yes.
candies.
I wanted my gushers. My
Come
gushers had
on.
chamoy in it. Like this has chamoy in it.
Those are good.
These are freaking good.
Yep.
I
So
paid $12, but this whole little thing was full, as you can tell.
mm-hmm.
It's like four pieces now.
But so what were your thoughts on the guest list?
The guest list was actually pretty awesome. Was pretty awesome. My favorite, besides of course Kane, was Katie and Samara.
Yeah,
There, Katie is from Annabelle Coming Home. Samara is from actually both, because
she's in
uh,
creation.
yeah, she's in Creations, like the whole movie. She's the little girl, and she's a flashback in Coming Home,
Hmm.
and that was awesome. What surprised me the most with Samara was that when you asked her if she has any future projects, and she's like, "No, I'm gonna go to college." That
Smart girl.
of course that's amazing. That is smart. It just threw me for a loop because I thought she'd be like, she might have had some projects, but I'm glad that she is going the college route because
Oh,
it's something she could fall back on. But that's just my
no
opinion.
doubt.
As I guess it's my opinion because I'm a parent.
No, that's mine too. You know, like I told her, I was like, oh, that's awesome. That's highly important in what to have that education.
Mhm.
And yeah, mine too. Katie's was just a great interview. She was just super fun to talk to, and really into you know talking. Um,
Yes.
Samara was cool, and the entire time I didn't know that her mom was controlling Annabelle and
Yes.
and whatnot. So because I
Oh yeah.
couldn't
So
because the way I was sitting, my angle, I couldn't see Annabelle. And so yeah, so I saw the behind the scenes footage and then the interview footage, and I showed it to my mom. I was like, "Hey, look, something creepy happened." She's like, "What?" I go, "Look at Annabelle," and she's like, "I chingo, it's moving." I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "This it's the devil," and I was like, "Nah, it's remote controlled."
yes.
The other one that really stood out to me was Ross's interview. Aaron from The Walking Dead. I'm gonna butcher his last name, so I'm not even gonna try it.
But just his first name.
Yeah, he was super cool. Um, he's he remembers, talking
Hmm.
with Tony there at the event. He was like, yeah, he remember when I met him for the first time in like 2015, and so this was my first time meeting him because last time Angel brought him to Wonderland, he
Yeah.
was the one person that his line was nonstop
Constantly.
constantly, so I didn't get a chance to interview him or talk with them that event. So, now I was able to, and he kept saying how much he loved the brand name. He's like, dude, that's an awesome name, that Midnight Movie
Yeah.
Trash. And then he started bringing up I guess you'd call it trash cinema, like the Miami Connection and all this kind of
Yeah.
all these films. So we were talking about those films before we even started the interview. So, that was cool that he's into those B movies, that trash cinema
Hmm.
that I so love. Um so yeah, his interview was a good one. We talked Walking Dead, a couple of his other voiceover projects. Marvel was pretty much off the table, which I was going into that expecting that to be a thing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, uh, what you call it? Kevin's also Spiritus. I'm, I'm bad with names. That's why I always have them
Oh,
introduced
but that was a
themselves.
good one.
Yeah,
Because
that was a fun one. He was just like,
yeah.
yeah, he was just like, you know, uh, just having a good time with it. And then when Kane threw
The tissue.
that snot tissue, and he wasn't having it. He was like, oh no, he was using the mic to knock it off
Like
the
knock it off.
table.
And then he even had me, he's like, show who threw that. So there I am with the camera.
Uh-huh.
That one was a good one. That one was funny.
Yeah, it was unfortunate that I wasn't able to get to the two guys from Blair Witch. I know one of them had a long flight, and yeah,
Yes.
I didn't
It
know.
was Michael that had the long flight.
Yeah, and then it was Josh, right? Or Joshua was the other guy.
Joshua.
Yeah, I know he was eating lunch, and I wasn't gonna bother him. Um, so but I figured I will knock him out Sunday, but I didn't know that they were leaving super early
Yeah.
on Sunday. But we did get Heather Donahue, I believe. Uh,
Yes, we got Heather. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but yes,
yeah,
we got her from the Blair Witch.
she was cool. Like you could tell she's like film wasn't her thing after like she's
Yeah.
like I'm just a normal person. Like I don't do social media. I didn't expect Butterwitch to become what it became. And you know I get it. It's for me it took the first time I watched that movie I was like, all right, I don't see nothing fancy about it. I was like, whatever. Then years later, I revisited it, and I was like, and that's when I was more into to wanting to make a film myself and understanding what that film basically became. I was like, okay, I get it now. I get it. Um, but it was cool that Angel brought those those three because
Yes. Yeah.
that I hadn't seen them do an event. Um, I know they do them, but I hadn't seen them do one in Texas.
Yeah, I was about
And
to say, not in Texas. Mm.
I don't know if Frightmare ever brought him or not, but so it was cool to see them. Um, you know, Deborah, like again, Deborah Foreman was just awesome. Um, you know, it was cool just to see Kristen Serratos from The Walking Dead and Selena, even though
Oh, yes.
she was on a no media um I guess contract or whatever. But
Oh,
I mean, it happens. But it was cool just to see her because she really doesn't do a lot of events.
no, she doesn't.
So it was cool to see her interacting with the fans, and it's cool that she's the one that was doing all the selfies with the fans.
Yeah, she was holding the phone, doing the selfies. She's like, all right, this angle. Okay, we're gonna do it this way.
Hmm. Yeah, so that's cool that she interacts with the fans like that. Um, but yeah, Kane. What can I say about Kane, man? You know, and this goes back to my weekend world event. Talking with Felissa Rose.
Oh, yes.
It was cool. After the interview I did with Felissa, I was like, hey, Felissa, I'm gonna see Kane next weekend. Uh, I shot the question to her like, anything I should ask him because I know they're very close. And
Yes.
so she brought up a couple questions, and then I was like, well, if he's gracious enough to give me another interview, he's like, oh no, he will. She pops her phone out. She's like, come here, we're gonna take a selfie. I'm gonna send it Kane right now.
And tell me he has to do an interview.
Uh-huh. She's like, you have to do an interview with my friend, and I was like, she's just nope. There she went right there. She scrolled through her phone. She's like, sent and whatnot. I was like, holy shit. I
And
was
then you
like,
asked him about it, and
yeah.
he's like, he kind of looked up to think about it because of course it's been a week, and
Mhm.
he's like, yeah, just she's like that. Think about it. Yeah, she did.
Yeah, he was like, when was this? I go, last weekend? Yeah, yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. So yeah, I was like, I didn't know how that was gonna go over or whatnot. But no, yeah, she gave me the assist with that one. And you know, like Kane, just like at Houston, he's like, can we do it on Sunday? I'm like, shit, it's your world, man. I just want to be a part of it. Hell yeah.
Yep.
And what you call it that turned out to be one hell of an experience
Oh,
that Sunday. I you know I don't even know how to even explain it and not to go into too much detail because some of it is just like one of those like a memory like moments that you want to keep to yourself
the
type
best
deal.
way to explain it is how can I put it? The best way to explain it is, you know what? You want to meet Kane? you go ahead and do it because you're gonna have an amazing experience. It's the best way to
Yep.
put it. I was like,
Yep.
because we could say our point of view and people are like, ah, they're just lying, this and that. But they won't know unless
They meet the
they
man.
do it themselves.
Yep. Yep.
That's the best way to explain it.
You know, it was
He's down to earth.
oh hell yeah. Oh
And I was
yeah,
like,
hell
he's
yeah.
down to earth. He will chat with you because while we were waiting for the interview, I just forgot his name went blank. Um,
Who, David or
yeah, uh, David was just chatting with him, and he was there. There wasn't, I think there was like one or two people waiting. But Kane takes his time
mm,
with his fans, and that's what I love about doing these events is that a lot of the celebrities take their time. Yes, there's a few that they're having either a bad day and they just kind of wanted to get done, but they'll make it up another time. I've seen it before. I've seen
yeah,
it happen.
they're human,
Yeah,
that's the
we're yeah, exactly. We're all human. They're human. Um, so what you should do if you haven't gone to any events ever, any cons, any pop-ups, you should do it. You should do it because you don't know when um when the next time they're going to be here or if God forbid something happens that you don't get to meet them.
yep.
The
You
one
know,
I regret always is the Green Ranger. I could have gone
mhm.
to go meet him, but something happened with my kids that I couldn't.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's one thing I don't like to think about or even say, but a lot of these horror icons, especially like 80s films, 70s films,
Yes.
they're all getting up in age, as all of us are. Um,
Yes.
so yeah, it's that, like she said, if you want to meet somebody, meet them. Even if it's just a handshake or meet and greet, because I get it. Autographs get expensive. Believe you me, if I could have
Yes.
afforded everybody at that event, I would have gotten everybody. That's
Yes.
me at every event. Like I just want,
Yeah.
you know, just because I'm such a fan of their work and film. Um, it's something, you know, that you got to go and experience and make those memories, like when we talked with Jerry there at My Week in World, and I told him, I was like, you brought that up to me, when we first went to the first event together. He's like, if you don't come out, you don't make memories.
Yep.
You just sit at home and always, man, I would love to have met him or whatnot, but yeah, you know, uh, uh, the first time, meeting Kane was super fucking cool, but this one was completely completely more one-on-one, more of an intimate setting.
Yes.
Well, Houston was the same way. It was just I guess being that we had met already and being that Felissa gave the assist, it was
Yes.
it was a little different, you know, you know, bourbon was involved, and Spanish lessons,
Yes.
which was fucking hilarious.
Yes, it
Who
was.
would have known that Kane speaks very well Spanish?
Yes.
Sitting there cracking jokes and that's the thing. Kane's like a man's man. He's gonna go there, and crack jokes and whatnot, but it's all fun.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. Uh, it's one of those moments that now it's like forever ingrained. That
Yes.
that moment. Just being able to hang with him and shoot the shit with them. Basically, that's what it boiled down to. We're just shooting the shit
Yeah.
uh, off camera and even on camera. Uh, when I introduced him, he was like, "Oh shit, I like that. I like that middle name you gave me and whatnot."
Yes.
You know, uh, um, because I've never introduced anybody like that. But when David, from Attack the David, uh, he's like, "Hey man, you need to introduce him as Kane fucking Hodder." And I was like, "All right, man, I'll do it. I'll do it." He goes, "Yeah,
Yep.
you do it, do it." So, yeah, that was cool. Um, but you know, 7 minutes, we're good.
Yeah, I saw that.
Um, what you call it? I'm a and what you call it? Messaging me. You know, Katie's interview was so damn fun that you know she was so cool that I had to get something signed
Yeah.
the next day from her. So yeah, I pre-ordered an autograph and got my Annabelle pop. I'm still pissed off. I didn't have a Annabelle Comes Home theatrical poster.
Oh, but see, I don't think I do.
Yeah, because I know you went to
I
that
thought I
screening,
did.
right? You went to that screening with me, right? 'Cause I know we've done a bunch of the Conjuring ones and the Nun.
Yeah, that's what I
Excuse me.
thought we did, but I guess I don't remember.
I think that's the one that I remember saying at the end. Well, what the fuck? No posters, no nothing.
Oh, that's
I
right.
think it was that one because I know Creation. I've got the double-sided theatrical one. I've got I don't know how many 11 by 17s.
Yeah.
Same with the Nun 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I still need to get Bonnie to sign my Nun poster. Um, but yeah, I was sitting going through all my posters and I was sitting there like, what the fuck? And I was like, well, I'll just get a 8 by 10 um from her. And then I remember I had an Annabelle pop. I was like, well, you know what? Might as well have her sign Annabelle.
Yeah.
And then she signs it on the front, and on the side she writes, "Is let her out."
Yeah, I let her out. Yeah.
I was like, cool. But I forgot to tell her to personalize it, but that's all right. It's all
Uh,
good. I'm not gonna sell it, you know.
Yeah. Like your own collection.
Yeah, yeah, that marks my fourth pop that's signed. I'm trying not to
I have none of mine signed.
yeah, I
But
got
then again, I got nothing crazy. I have like more of Nightmare Before Christmas. I have four different Jacks.
there you go.
I
Yeah.
have
I got four
one
different
Michael
Jack
Myers.
Daniels.
No, not Jack Daniels. Jack Skellington. I have a Lydia Pop and yeah, I have the Crow.
Yeah, the I got that Elvira pop signed. That was the first pop ever. Signed Michael Hargrove, uh Sherman Fields from the new Candyman. And then my boy JP got me one of my favorite wrestlers, Shotzi,
Oh
uh
yeah.
for Christmas last year. And then Katie. So that's marks four.
Yeah.
So there's probably a David Howard Thornton one being signed in the foreseeable future.
Yes.
Yeah, that was gonna. I still want a Kane to sign a Jason, but I think the next thing I get from Kane, and I don't know how I'm gonna make it happen, but I want a Steel Blade Machete signed. Just like I have a Steel Blade Machete signed by CJ Graham.
I know. It's like, how are we gonna do that though?
My thing is, I think I'm gonna do what I did with CJ's. How I have it mounted. I made that wood plaque for it, so I'm thinking of mounting it onto a plaque to where it can't be removed.
Yeah.
That
And
way,
take it. They'll allow it.
yeah, it'd be like, well, it's mounted to this thing and it's not removable. So you know,
That would be cool.
you know, a small show like this would have been perfect for something like that. But
Yeah.
like a big show, yeah,
It would
that
be harder to do.
ain't gonna fly. Which I
Yeah.
understand. It's not an end all be all thing if I don't get one signed, but that is the goal. My thing was masks and a machete signed by each Jason that I could get, but yeah, that gets expensive really quick.
Yeah, it
But
does.
but yeah, overall, it was a great show. It was a great turnout. It was great to see that a lot of the celebs were had a steady flow. That's always good because crowd participation is what keeps these events going.
Yes.
So it's like we say, go out and support these events. Because without support of the fans going out and buying tickets, buying autographs, buying stuff from the vendors, these events don't continue. So if you're a fan of any of these events, by all means go out there and support. Even if it's just going to an event and getting the ticket to check it out. That still supports the cause. So
Yep.
you know definitely support and go out there and make those memories.
Yeah.
you know uh uh I know we made some good ones this weekend.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
honestly, every weekend we make good memories.
Yeah.
Um, I just can't wait till my younger kids are a little bit older, that I could take them and let them walk around by themselves.
I'm
Because
interested. I'm interested to see how Tina's gonna react with Chucky because yeah, she says she's a big Chucky fan. And I was like,
I
yeah,
know.
I saw the Halloween videos and pictures. Yeah, I think you're a little too much of a fan. You take after your uncle with Jason.
Yep. Michael
But
Myers.
yeah, it's and that was cool that Kane said that he wants to play Michael at least once.
Yes.
But well, with that being said, we were less than a minute, so be sure
Final
to
thoughts,
final
I would
thought.
say, um, amazing like always. Great cons. And if you haven't gone, you need to go.
Yep, I
That's the
co-signed
best
that
way to
one
put it.
100%. So go out support. And with that being said, I'm Daniel.
Stacy.
Till next time, see ya.
Bye.